People think that they can come into my apartment and assault my cat. My cat showed signs of extreme distress. She done pissed herself. She pissed the bed. I could tell as soon as they walked in, she got scared, hissed, peed herself because she was scared. She ran. They tried to grab her. She tried to hide. Then they tried to grab her away from her hiding spot. Everything there fell. Then as they were trying to pull her like this because she's scratching the fuck out of them, trying to scratch the fuck out of them, right? She grabs the wall with both hands and it like that. You could fucking tell. And now they wanted to call the cops on me to retaliate, and they think they're going to have sleep tonight. I'm taking everything, every fucking thing, every single fucking thing away from them. I hope it's fucking clear. They've never seen shit like this before, and they never fucking will again. You understand me? This is gonna be the type of public execution you've never fucking... This shit is gonna inspire you. Is exactly what the fuck's gonna happen right now. I've been working on a new set of cards. I've taken my shit a little bit more seriously than I did before. They think they can play around with these games, think they can do whatever the fuck they want to anyone they want, and then they're gonna get away with it. As if they're gonna get away with it. As if they're going to cruise on by. Cruise on fucking by, they think. It's gonna be a public fucking execution. That's what it's gonna be. Every single fucking person is gonna know I want their faces plastered all over the fucking news networks. I want people back in Africa to watch the news on fucking Al Jazeera, motherfucker, all the way to NBC3, bitch. So everyone knows who the fuck they are. I want everyone to see exactly how humiliating and how fucking stupid these idiots really are. I want everyone to praise Allah as they watch the public execution of these absolute fucking fools. They think they can execute Jesus, right? And pretend to celebrate at the same time. I want to watch. I want to see what happens on TV. I want to see. I want to see these people on TV, faces plastered. You understand me? I don't care how bloodied and disfigured they become by the time that happens. And by any means, they must be bloody and disfigured by the time it happens. This is no joke. Last time America fucked with cats in that kind of sense. You know, snuff films from Don't Fuck With Cats. Took the motherfucker all the way to fucking Montreal. They didn't find the bitch ass nigga until he killed, what, 2 people already? And you think I'm gonna sit here and wait? There will be no fucking mercy. Let's get this fucking reading started. Ladies and gentlemen, we're presented today here with the Why They Belong in Gehenna cards. I haven't figured out the name yet, but we're sticking with Why They Belong in Gehenna. All right? So, before that, let's do some energy clearing, energy work. So yeah, reflection. They're sending mirrors, reflective bullshit. Yeah, there it is. Of their isolation. So that they can try and fucking, what? Attack faith. So let's see what it is that they're doing. How are they doing this by? So, trapdoor persona. They offer safety, then suddenly drop support when it benefits them. Rat King persona thrives in environments of chaos, distress, and scarcity. So they need scarcity. They need chaos and distrust. They need there to be that so that they can offer safety, right? And suddenly drop support, right? See how easy that was? Bloodshedder. They're getting caught up for abusing minors. That's what they're getting caught up for. Abusing minors. Induces rage and violence against life and death. You see what I'm saying? Murder spree of any and all. They'd kill anyone, and especially minors. Deuteronomy 27:25, Matthew 23:35, Quran Surah 17:33, Manusmrta 589, 10 evil acts, the first body evil. They're going to hell. False healer soda, and there it goes. Pretends to mend but introduces new harm. See what I'm saying? So they feel they have the power of introduction. They feel they can introduce anything. They think they can introduce themselves, introduce others, they think they have the power of network. Right? That's what they think, yeah? Hermit, Four of Swords. They think they're doing deep research. It's being fucking revoked. It's being revoked. They think they're gonna rest easy, death in reverse. See? Never ending fucking hell for them. They didn't want to accept the fact that they attempted to burden themselves with offers that weren't given to them, that there were offers for other people. Other people's opportunities. They wanted to act like they were so burdensome. They wanted to act like that they were struggling with their job. Oh, it was so fucking hard. Oh, their jobs are so fucking hard. Their lives are so fucking hard. But really, it's the difficulty of keeping on living after committing such bloodshed, and will eat them fucking alive. God wins. Ten of Swords in reverse with the Ace of Pipes. There's the false healer persona. They're acting like what they got isn't fucking poisoned, isn't diseased, isn't disgusting. As if that what they're about to do, as if it's introducing, isn't fucking assault. And now it's being seen. People are feeling threatened when they talk to them. They're realizing that motherfucker is not fucking safe to be around. Period. That's it. They're being stripped of all friendships, locations, gifts, navigations, everything is being stripped from them. The same power they thought they held to network, introduce some shit like that. Yeah, it's over. It's fucking over. It's being returned to who it belongs to, and those who gave birth to those who it belongs to that passed away. All gifts that these motherfuckers wanted to steal from children is returning to their parents. Yeah, the devil, Page of Bongs. They wanted to pretend to be. Look at the demon. You know, demons often pop up as children in the spiritual realm. That's how they get in people's consciousness, by dressing up as children, acting as if they're children, pretending as if that they're babies, spiritual kids. That's how they get caught. Because in adulthood, Jesus Christ is the one that takes your inner child to protect it from not only you yourself, your adulthood, but from other people that try to pretend to be you in the spiritual realm. They're all getting caught the fuck up now. That's it. That's the demon. It revealed itself, dummy. Trying to attack Jesus. It revealed itself, I shit you not. And now it's caught. Look, that's it. That's it, it's being caught. Look, signal sower. Plants small pieces of information to grow into rumors and panic. It's all being seen now. Disgrace. Script writer persona. I couldn't fucking make this shit up, actually. creates narratives others unknowingly follow. There it is. People are putting pieces together of their bullshit lies and what kind of narrative that they were attempting to fuck people over by following is being all revealed. All of it is being revealed. Justice in reverse. Now even the fucking justice system is seeing how these motherfuckers really try to stop them from doing their own jobs, getting them fired, fucking them over, trying to get into the industry, trying to get into the sacred places. You know what I'm fucking talking about? They're seeing it now. These, yeah, I'm hearing these people. These people that they done pissed off in the justice system are coming for them just as hard as I am. Yes, just as hard, if not fucking harder. In fact, God is every time it's a competition. It's like, let's see how hard we're all gonna come for these niggas and motherfuckers. It's a competition. That's what's going on now. A real one, divine one, Game of Thrones. Whoever finds that motherfucker first, whoever finds the fucking clue first, gets a bonus of $500 billion. The one who finally figures out how these motherfuckers are doing gets a peace award. It's a race. It's a race. These motherfuckers will be the one pissing themselves in their sleep. They'll wake up soaked in sweat and piss and scum. And they won't be able to wash that shit off. Yeah, there it is. There it is. The pity and mercy they wanted to summon. How are they trying to summon pity and mercy? How are they trying to summon pity and mercy? All the cards fucking came out. Echo persona. Repeats others' ideas as if they originally made them. Curtain puller persona. Reveals truth selectively for dramatic effect. String cutter persona. Breaks connections between allies to weaken them. Animal abuser. There they are. Falsifying cause to killing and injuring creatures. Cruelty sporting. Mahabharata Anusansa Parva 115:33. 10 evil acts. First body evil. First body evil. Needle persona. Subtly provokes irritation until control is gained. Gravedigger sona. Uncovers and weaponizes past mistakes of others. Gossiper. Infertile. So they're infertile. Thieves everyone from solitude and peace. Falsifies self-repute to assistance. Exodus 2016, Matthew 19:18, Surah 25:74, Bhagavad Gita 17:15, 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. Disrupts tendency in an attempt to abuse incrementalship, prideful. They're demonic. They're demonically possessed. Arrogant beyond circumstances. Proverbs 16:18, James 4:6, Surah 16:23, Bhagavad Gita 16:4, 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. Covetous, Hellgate. See? They're at the Hellgates trying to not get in. Just the same way that they tried to force my cat outside the apartment where she was holding the door and shit. That's them trying to hold on to the gates. No, please, not me, not me, not me. Seeks unfulfillment to weaponize pain, desiring below content. Exodus 20:17, Luke 12:15, Surah 4:32, Bhagavad Gita 1621, 10 evil acts, 3 of mind, and a reveler. They're broke. That's why they're doing it. Broke. Brazen actions to cover guilt and stupidity, you see? Brazen actions. Pretend circumstances are encouraging. Exodus 32:6, Romans 13:13, Surah 25:72, Manusmriti 7:47, 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. And how are all these people connected to all of the other people, to all the networks they thought they had dominion over? How? They were falsifying some sort of incrementalism. I already fucking said this. I don't need these cards. The moon in reverse. That's them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Their ego. Brazen actions. Taking brazen actions right now out of ego. Look, is being caught up because they want to be a star. They want to be a fucking star. I want their fucking faces plastered. I don't care. I want... Honey. If they have to be fucking beheaded, just like that chica did to Trump, I want that. Yeah, I want their heads on a fucking platter. I want them on a fucking platter. The same way they tried, the same way they did to Peter. I want their heads on a fucking platter. Tower. Judgment. Look, there it is. They wanted to be a burden. They wanted me to carry them to heaven. They wanted me to be there for them. Take them up. Take them up. Take them up under whatever fucking offer. You hear that? They wanted me to accept an offer from them. See? An offer where they would have made as if that they had been in some sort of ranking, as if they had power over rank. They wanted me to take upon an offer to give them some sort of ranking, to knight them. Yeah, they wanted me to knight them. They wanted me to give them some sort of acclaim, make it seem like they had some sort of justice, some sort of power, some sort of frequency, some sort of mercy, something. No. They wanted me to fight them. They wanted me to taint whatever it is that I had coming for me. And then they think they can rest easy. No. 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 Yeah, that's them. They're guilty. Guilty as fuck. Guilty as fuck. And they're being caught. Guilty as fuck. Balance breaker. Intentionally destabilizes groups to seize leadership. That's how they were doing it. Cops, FBI, CIA, KGB, Chinese police. That's how they were doing it. India. That's how they were doing it. Africa. That's how they were doing it. False witness persona twists or invents accounts to sway judgment. Scriptwriter persona creates narratives others unknowingly follow. Don't worry, there's more cards coming. Knight of Buds, there it is. That's agency. So what's this about agency? Surrender flow. Yeah. They wanted to manipulate energy to make seem as if that they had power over agency of communication, of isn't that interest? Yeah, agency of interest, intrigue, that's what it is. They wanted to make it seem like they had agency of intrigue, like they could keep people intrigued. They were assuming power by falsifying intrigue. Now no one is finding it intriguing anymore. It's not fun anymore. It's actually quite scary. Yeah. Breaks connections between allies to weaken them. You guys want to know how? Ingrate. Uses grudges to deny joy, hope, and totality. Attempts to conduct resentment. Deuteronomy 8:11, 14 to 14. 2 Timothy 3:2. Surah 14:7. 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. False witnessing. Mischievous. Assumes to attempt incapacitation of self-wisdom. Blinded by strife, deafened by thirst. Proverbs 6:18. Romans 1:32. Can never be that easy, huh? Surah 5:64. Bhagavad Gita 16:4. 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. There's more. Sower of discord. Attempts to contort circumstances to falsify judgment. Indecisive and confused. Proverbs 6:19, Titus 3:10, Surah 2:191, Manusmriti 4:30, 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. Wannabe bishop persona, aka a wizard. Uses moral authority or religious standing to control others. Signal blocker sona, cuts communication between others to maintain control. Shit, there's more. Snare maker persona. Created dilemmas where every choice seems to benefit them. That's an example. Car dealer persona. Distributes options knowing they all lead to personal advantage. Selfish Hellgate. That's another one by Hellgate. No, please, 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 I swear I'll pay you, I'll pay you, I'll pay you. That's her, that's them, right now. Projects expense to falsify delusion of interest. Dilution of interest, see? Attempts to defeat intensity. Abuses all servicehood. Proverbs 28:25. Philippians 2:3. Surah 108. Bhagavad Gita 16:21. 10 evil acts and Confucian something list. 3 of mind. So they thought they had agency over interest. They thought they had agency over interest. Yeah, that's what it was. It's being stripped from them now. Yeah, the world. Cycle complete. The secrets are all coming out now. People are finding out exactly what the fuck they've been doing behind the scenes. Who they are, who their people are, who they talk to, how they communicate, why they communicate. I'm talking every single thing that they fucking do and every which way that they think to do it is being fucking tracked. That's it. Tracking. They're being tracked, all of them. Right the fuck right now. All of them are being tracked. Everyone they talk to, everyone they connect to, everyone that they send emails, connection, everything. Phone records, lines, movements, bus rides, bitch. Everything is being fucking tracked. Everything. Yeah, there it is. They were trying to disrupt the communication. That's them getting caught again. That's them getting caught again. There it is. Cycle complete. Unholy. They're getting caught trying to falsify being going to churches and shit. They're getting caught up by pastors. They're getting caught up by their mates. Projects self-immorality as intent by perjury. They're stupid. Attempts to falsify ordinance. Leviticus 27:8, 2 Timothy 3:2, Surah 9:108, Bhagavad Gita. Thank you, God, for that. Bhagavad Gita 16:7. The other 100, I said, it was 108. You see what I'm saying? The Surah here is 9:108. You see what I'm saying? You see how good God is? Bismillah. 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. Signal sower, Sona, plants small pieces of information to grow into rumors and panic. Obsessive, ensnared, right? Think they control vanity and substance. Would do it all for naught. For no fucking reason. Would do it all. Anything. Not even for the plot, bruh. Would do anything for naught. Ecclesiastes 2:1-11. 2 Timothy 3:4. Surah 45:23. Bhagavad Gita 16:12. 10 evil acts. 3 of mind. Unmerciful. See why it's no mercy for them? Unmerciful. They're demonic. Blocks others' lifestyle to transfer interest, you see? Attempts to dilute importance of sensitivity and trust. Zechariah 7:9-10, Romans 1:31, Surah 90:14-17, Bhagavad Gita 16:2, 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. There was another one that popped out. Ghost Rider Sona. Speaks through others' voices to push their own agenda. Either they come out in other people's readings or they try to take over people's bodies. Whatever the fuck it is. They try to take over people's narratives, consciousness, whatever the fuck it is. However way they do it. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's the interest. There's all that interest that's actually low-key intrigue. Was being given to God. All of it is being given to God. They can't be prideful over something that they never even fucking tapped into, never touched, never ever talked about or anything like that. Yeah. God received it. Jesus took that shit immediately. Took it immediately. There it is. Property. That's property. They thought they could control substance, right? Property. Even proprietorship. Yeah. It's all being uncovered. Anchor dropper, Sona. Weighs others down with obligations and guilt. Bribe giver. Comforts self to bind lies to reality. Assumes favor beyond ordinance. Exodus 23:8, Acts 24:26, Surah 2:188, Manusmriti 9:231, 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. assistance. Yeah, there it is. They wanted levy over assistance. I be leverage over assistance. They wanted a price over assistance. Toshe be assistance is vagina, is what it is. Let me be honest. That's what it is. That's them trying to prostitute, pimp. Yeah, the moon in reverse. Candle snuffer Sona. Extinguishing hope or momentum before it can grow. There it is. That's how they were doing it. To extinguish, they would project labels of prices at organic material and or proprietorship. They would attempt to abuse dominion to claim proprietorship over substance that is of God. They wanted to own something that God owns already. You see what I'm saying? God is not selling it to them. God isn't giving it to them. God is not providing them with that. They have to pay God back for even assuming. Money craze. You see what I'm saying? Would do it all for the cash. Anchor dropper. There it is. Yeah. Latch persona. Attaches to powerful people to rise with them. You see what I'm saying? That's them getting caught. Hollow crown sona. Holds visible authority with no real substance but uses the appearance for control. Face changer sona. Alters style, manner, and beliefs depending on the audience. Signal lantern sona. Sends covert messages only insiders understand. Schemer, demonic. Deliberate sabotager of order and organization. Tries to cover up hopelessness. Falsifies power of intentionality. Proverbs 16:18, James 4:6, Surah 16:23, Bhagavad Gita 16:4, 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. Mass collector Sona. That's the one that pretends they're autistic. Steals personas from others to use later. Easy enough, right? Man stealer, kidnapper, ransom holder, however you call them. Abductor. Forces communal prejudice and violence. Kidnapper, ransom taker. I couldn't even make that up. Exodus 21:16, 1 Timothy 1:10, Surah 24:33, Manusmrti 8:309, 10 evil acts, second body evil. A false teacher that's about to be voided. Turning faith away from people. Straight up lying actively. Deuteronomy 18:20-22, Matthew 7:15, Surah 6:93, Manusmrti 4:195, 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. Sorcerer, and there they are. Extreme limits. Very, very limited. You know, when someone is crazy on the streets, like there was a guy on the streets, right, recently next to a police station, and they started smashing the shit. They kicked poop on the street and they were smashing it. That's the kind of limitations that these motherfuckers have. That's what they want to use for sorcery. Abusing authority despite God's word. I shit you not. I shit you fucking not. Since I am the word and you put me inside the police station, I'm in the police station. Was that authority? God's word, authority, and there they are. That's the sorcery. That's the shit that people want to believe. Using dirty or false begotten information. And this one is really powerful. This one is crazy. This one is real crazy. Exodus 22:18, Deuteronomy 18:10-12. 2 Kings 21:16, Isaiah 47:9, 12 to 13, Micah 5:12, Galatians 5:20, Revelations 21:8, 22:15, Surah 2:102, 7:116, 20:69, Arthava Veda 8:8, 10, 10 evil acts, 4 of speech, 3 of mind. That's what these motherfuckers want to be. That's what they want to compel people to become. Look, the whole fucking back is written. The only reason people don't understand why I say don't worry about it. All sin, all of the sin is equal. Motherfuckers is just collecting them, which is why their karma is so bad. It's bad enough that there's one. Motherfuckers want to act like one is just as bad as 10. No, motherfucker. 10 is just as bad as 1. They don't understand the math. 10 is not equal to 1. Cloak holder Sona keeps others covered or hidden for leverage. Now they're being uncovered. The leverage is being subsided. Assistance again. There it is. Seven of Wands. Yeah. The ancestors are logging. Logging. That makes a lot of sense. Logging. But they're doing that, and their ancestors are longing for heaven and leaving them behind. In fact, their ancestors are sacrificing them. It's become official. Their ancestors are like, here you go, God. These are the stupid motherfuckers. That's literally what it is that's going on. Their own ancestors are sacrificing them. That's how they got into slavery. Their ancestors are like, we finna make hella cash from this shit. Because fuck this. Fuck them. I want to live my next life. I want to be in the next lifetime. I want to see what happens in the next season. I want to watch it on TV. I want to be reborn. I want to reincarnate. I want to go to God. I want to have a chance to get to heaven. I want it. I want it. Their ancestors are leaving them behind. Look at this shit. They can't think, can't sleep, can't act, can't breathe, can't do nothing. Die then. Die. The fuck? We're waiting. The devil is waiting. The demons are waiting. They're waiting. Motherfuckers thought that... Listen. All those demons, all that shit, who the fuck do they think kept them alive? Who the fuck? These... You know something? When God saw these demons, we were all repulsed at first. We were all like disgusted. And then we realized the beauty of God in his mercy. How that pride is really going to fall. And it's really going to fall right on top of them. And it's going to sit on them as they are dragged down to hell. While that pride claws, destroying everything around it. We realized, we noticed, and we saw. Them demons, it works for us. Those jinns and fairies and all of it works for us. Hey, those motherfuckers is evil. What's the funniest plot if not evil motherfuckers getting fucked up by the same evil that they thought was supporting them? They thought it's about to get real funny. It's about to get real funny. Alignment. They wanted to summon. They wanted the power to summon. Even alignment. They wanted to summon the power of alignment. The angel of alignment. They wanted to curse it, the angels of alignment. As to blame whatever in the fuck for why they decided to do. Yeah, exactly. They don't want to hear it. No one wants to hear that shit. Certainly not the people whose organization got. Yeah, exactly. Whose organization is getting the brunt of it all. Yeah, cloaked knife persona. Smiles while plotting someone's downfall. You see? You see? When we talk about mask persona. Switchblade persona. Turns friendly to hostile instantly when opportunity arises. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying now? Bell ringer sona. Raises alarm to distract from own actions. That's how they were doing it. So they were trying to act like they weren't smiling in your face, so you wouldn't see it in your face by creating false alarms. Then when they become hostile, they try to make seem as if it's your fault, collective. After they were smiling in your face, so you wouldn't notice they were causing false alarms. Oppressor. Insatiable. Projects own weakness at Omega. Lies about being Alpha. Exodus 22:21-24, James 2:6, Surah 475, Bhagavad Gita 16:9, 10 evil acts, 3 of mind and body. Covetous. Hellgate. They're like, but I haven't made enough money yet. I don't have it yet. Just give me more time. Just give me more time. Just give me more time, please. Just give me more time, please. That's the brazen action. Echo persona. Repeats other people's ideas. Animal abuser. Key forger persona. I couldn't make this shit up. Creates false access points to lure people into traps. Rope holder persona. Keeps others tied to past mistakes or debts. Yeah. Mask seller persona. Helps others hide truths in exchange for loyalty. Webgate persona, assuming control over entry and exit points in a network. The whole gang is getting caught up, huh? Coattail rider, rides by attaching to someone else's success. Backroom dealer, makes critical decisions in secrecy without input from those affected. They're getting caught now. So how are they doing this? How are they doing this? Bestialist. It's getting fun. Acts against natural order. Sexually harasses animals. Exodus 22:19, Surah 780-81, 10 evil acts, 3 third body evil. Candle snuffer persona, remember when I said? So they were trying to sell prostitutes, humans, to animals, to beasts. Snuff film, Netweaver persona. Builds interconnected obligations so no one can move freely without them. Signal mirror sona. Reflects only what others want to see to gain trust. That's the reflection energy. Hellgate. Gate shade sona. Stands between resources and people, deciding who passes. You see, they thought that they were going to act as a troll to Hell's Gates. They're being kicked the fuck in. Wannabe bishop persona, aka wizard. Signal blocker. Crown polisher sona. Keeps those in power looking good to preserve their own position. Curtain whisperer sona. Advises leaders from the shadows, avoiding accountability. Key forger persona. False access points. Yeah. Tower. Yeah. There it is. Survivor energy. Yeah. See how I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor of their scornness, their scorned ass energy. Yeah, that's it. Never ending hell. Kavisha, see Hellgate? Seeks unfulfillment to weaponize pain, desiring below content. So they project their desires of lower discontent. Mask seller, Sona. Helps others hide truth in exchange for loyalty. That's the one who hit me. Ruthless, insatiable. Deceptive around delight of everyone. Pitiless, ruinous idiot. Isaiah 13:9. Romans 1:31. Surah 285. Bhagavad Gita 16:9. 10 evil acts. 3 of mind. Flatterer, copycats. Thieves grace, solitude, hospitality, justice, trust, hope, honesty. Uses false kindness to receive. Proverbs 29:5. Romans 16:18. Surah 63 1 through 4. Manusmriti 4:138. 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. Idolater, merit loss, trying to replace the source, trying to replace true source. Allegiance to false sources, self-obsessed. Exodus 20:20, 3-5. Deuteronomy 5:7-9. Isaiah 44:9-20. Jeremiah 10:10. 3-5. Psalm 11:4-8. 1 Corinthians 10:14. 1 John 5:21. Romans 1:23-25. Surah 4:36. 6:151. 31:13. Manusmriti 12:95. 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. Animal abuser. Stonewall persona. Refuses information or access to exhaust opponents. See, they think they're a part of them they're trying to play like they're not who they are, to act as if that they're part of the competition, to find them. You see what I'm saying? Trapdoor persona. Offers safety, then suddenly drops support when it benefits them. Rat King persona. thrives in environments of chaos, disrupted, and scarcity. Shroud persona covers truth with obvious blind spots, so it's confusing to uncover. Yeah, not so confusing anymore. It's being stripped. The same dark forces which they thought they were borrowing from was actually lending it to them. Now they have to pay to those dark forces what they owe them, which we know nothing about and we don't give a fuck about. That's none of our business. False healer Sona pretends to mend but introduces new harm. You see what I'm saying? That's between them and what they made of themselves to be. It's not so confusing anymore. Yeah, there's their strife and there's destiny, or this is skin energy. It's faith. It's faith. So they wanted to force strife upon faith. Yep. They wanted to force strife upon faith. And that's how they were conducting business, to make people look less than, to cause strife to their faith in front of others. That's what it is. That's why it's a public fucking execution. No fucking mercy. No fucking mercy. They're being looked at like the disgusting idiots, whores that they are. Like the disgusting fucking demonic, fucking wretched, fucking disgusting people that they are. They stink. They are nasty. They are dirty. They smell like sulfur and piss and shit. They look ugly. They got nothing going for them. No ambition. They parallel to yeah. They're even being inferiorized by the homeless. They're being inferiorized by those people who knowingly know they smell like shit. Like, people know they smell like shit. They're still looking at these people like at least they're not them. And it's like it's like the same hypocriticism that they were throwing around, which is what that strife is about. The same hypocriticism is hitting them. Motherfuckers on the street that are starving are looking at them like, ew, I'm glad I'm starving. At least I'm not them type shit. They're being inferiorized. They're gonna have to pimp themselves out for free. Yeah, Empress in reverse, there it is. They're being dropped. Yeah, sodomite. Actively corrodes the vessel with false intimacy. Competes sexually with opposite gender. Leviticus 18:22, Romans 1:26-27, Surah 7:80-81. 10 evil acts, third body evil. Adulterer or adulteress deceives spouses or wives, not just their own but others. An actual fucking homewrecker. Exodus 20:14, Leviticus 20:10, Deuteronomy 22:22, Proverbs 6:24-29, Proverbs 7:5-27, Ezekiel 16:32, Matthew 5:27-28, John 8:38, 3-11, James 4:4, Revelations 2:22, Surah 17:32, 24:2, 3-4-15, 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. Fornicator, aka rapist, an actual rapist. coerces individuals into acts against God's will. Exodus 20:14, Matthew 5:27-28, Surah 17:32, 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. That's them. Shroud persona. Covers truths with obvious blind spots so it's confusing to uncover. Bell ringer persona. Raises alarm to distract from own actions. Driftwood persona. Floats between groups gathering scraps of influence. Sneer maker persona. Creates dilemmas where every choice seems to benefit them. Cloaked knife persona. Smiles while plotting someone's downfall. Switchblade persona. Turns friendly to hostile instantly when opportunity arises. Firekeeper persona. Maintains illusion of group unity while steering into own's goal. Prideful, demonic. Disrupts tendency in the attempt to abuse incrementalship. Arrogant beyond circumstances. Stonewall persona. Refuses information or access to exhaust opponents. Defrauder. Bows to evil and dies with it. A hellseeker. Obsessed with corruption. Leviticus 19:35-36. James 5:4. Surah 83, 1-3. Manusmriti 8:163. 10 evil acts, 4 of speech, and a fucking liar. Obsessed over destruction of others. What is this? Denies reality beyond relief. Leviticus 19:11, Colossians 3:9, Surah 22:30, Manusmriti 4:138, 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. Them and their never-ending hell are being destroyed. They're being perished. Yeah, they wanted to assume safety from imperishment, something that they were worshiping. And that's why it's no longer romantic. It's no longer romantic. That's what's going on. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. It's being flipped. Something is being seen as disturbing and not romantic at all. Yeah. That's what it is. They want to cover it up real bad. Yeah, idolater. See? They were idolizing imperishment. And now it's not so sweet. That witch. Attempting to decategorize God's creation, falsely shepherding people, or overseeing. Exodus 22:18, Deuteronomy 18:10-12, 2 Chronicles 33:6, Nahum 3:4, Galatians 5:20, Surah 2:102, 20:69, 10 evil acts, 4 of speech, 3 of mind. String cutter persona breaks connections between allies to weaken them. Curtain puller persona reveals truth selectively for dramatic effect. And a blasphemer. See, the pastor is calling them out, saying they're a blasphemer. These motherfuckers is getting kicked out of church. Is what's going on right now. Projects their own sin at God. Very unlucky. No dharma. Plagiarizes to thief humility. Leviticus 24:16. Matthew 12:31. Surah 6:108. Manusmriti 2:11. 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. Flatterer. The copycat. Yeah, the weakness, Omega energy is here. Webgate persona, assuming control over entry and exit points in a network. Coattail rider, backroom dealer, debouché, debauché, like debauchery, debouché, projects disposition as duty to circumvent true actions, desiring to be coveted through false positioning. Isaiah 5:11 through 12, Ephesians 5:18, Surah 7:31, Manusmriti 7:45, 10 evil acts, third body evil. Boaster, demonic, covets against others through assuming justice, hysterically competes with justice. There you go. Didn't I tell you they were trying to act like they were a part of it? See? Proverbs 27:2, James 4:16, Surah 31:18, Bhagavad Gita 16:4, 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. Diviner, there they are. Exhibiting hysteria to declare distraction, clinging to false signs of confirmation. Deuteronomy 18:10-12, Numbers 22:7, Ezekiel 21:21, Zechariah 10:2, Acts 16:16-18, Surah 5:90, 6:50, Athera Veda 4:5-6, 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. Silent partner sona, influences outcomes without visible involvement. That's how they do it. Lockbox persona, holds dangerous secrets and hints at them to keep others compliant. Prostitute, didn't I say that they were a whore? Abuse of reproductive organs for cash. Price's reproductive structure. You see? Didn't I say about proprietorship? Now you get it? Deuteronomy 23:17-18, 1 Corinthians 6:15-16, Surah 24:33, 10 evil acts, third body evil. Puppet master sona, directly holding others accountable for one's own actions without being seen as responsible. False shepherd sona, leads others into danger under guise of protection. Bribe taker, covertly lying for profit, lustful bindings to lies. Exodus 23:8, Acts 24:26, Surah 2:188, Manusmriti 9:231, 10 evil acts, 3 of body. A drunkard, impressed by nothing of truth, falsifies seamlessness deliberately. Weak in stability, easily amused. Proverbs 23:20-21, Galatians 5:21, Surah 5:90, Manusmriti 11:55, 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. That's them. Next time you want to look at me and try and call me fucking some fucking weirdo, fucking false ass empress bullshit. Honestly, you should have seen my fucking face when I realized I wasn't having sex. You should have seen my fucking face when I was about to repent for fornication and God was actually about to smack the shit out of me because I was the one that was raped. He really was about to slap the shit out of me because it's like, you're gonna what? Not let them pay me after they did that to you and you're my child? Look, see? Fear of God, that's what it is that they were trying to absolve themselves off of. You can't absolve yourself off of anything God gives you, dummy. These motherfuckers forgot how in the beginning of our gifts, we were fighting them. We were fighting our gifts. We didn't want them. We don't want them. Yeah, we didn't want them. We were fighting being chosen. Tooth and nail. Some of us were dying and coming back. Like, what the fuck? And it was funny. Amen. Yeah, there it is. The fear. Ta. Because they don't want to be seen accountable for rampage that's about to happen. They don't want to be seen accountable for the rampage that they've caused for themselves and others. Yeah. Yeah. They don't want to see themselves on TV for what it is that they've done to themselves and others. It's being seen. It's being seen. Gossiper. They're infertile. Thieves everyone from solitude and peace. Falsifies self-repute for assistance or to assistance. Basically, falsifies self-repute to assistance. You see what I'm saying? Assistance is there, is here. They're falsifying the self-repute for it, to it. You see what I'm saying now? Exodus 20:16, Matthew 19:18, Surah 25:72, Bhagavad Gita 17:15, 10, Evil Acts 4 of speech. String keeper sona holds connections between people and pulls them to cause outcomes. You see what I'm saying? Path blocker sona closes off opportunity to force others down a chosen route. Hand switcher sona pretends to offer one thing while delivering another. Is being seen now. It's a riot. It's a fucking riot. Debouché. It's a fucking riot for that deboucher. Backroom dealer. Yeah, that's a coattail rider that has a Webgate persona that thinks that they can shroud themselves with false alarms. There it is. Yeah, ingrates, hollow crown sona, sorcerer, false teacher, look, schemer. Face changer sona, alter style, manner, and beliefs depending on the audience. I'm getting these entities are asking them to pay the fuck up. These entities are trying to stay here on Earth and collect as much debt from these people as possible. Collect as much from these individuals as possible. Cloak holder persona keeps others covered or hidden for leverage. You see? They're trying to levy people to their unholy practices of prostitution or attempting to pimp other people out. See? Bribe taking. Ya la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. See? Drunkard. They're very brazen. I should tell you, they're extremely brazen. They sow discord by attaching to powerful people and trying to rise with them. Yeah. And then they reveal truths selectively for dramatic effect. That's how they attempt to keep intrigue. The intrigue is leaving the situation. Yeah. A witch. Attempting to decategorize God's creations. Hand switcher, yeah, they're falling. IB is over, pretty much. That's all we needed to know, collective. Yeah. Romantic influence. Yeah. They thought they had romantic influence over the collective. They were wishing they had romantic influence over the collective. That's why they were doing all these actions, acting as if that their intention wasn't to have romantic influence over the collective, sexual influence over the collective. They were attempting to enslave and entrap, traffic, and so on and so forth, the collective. Yeah. And so they moved in a way in which it had seemed as if that they did successfully, as if. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm innocent. Innocence is here. They want to keep me compliant by what? Bait layer Sona. Leaves tempting opportunities designed to trap. False teacher, hollow crown, sorcerer, schemer. So they were scheming to project someone with extreme limitations to seem as if that they're an authority figure in the collective's life as a false teacher. So to use their appearance that they wanted to make seem as if that was them being a false a real teacher, to come across with substance. They wanted things to come across with substance, and now it's being taken away. Everything that they were trying to do that they may try and seem was substantial is being taken the fuck away. Every single thing that they thought was of high importance is being stripped. Yeah, there it is. Bloodshedder, necromancer, murderer, profaner. We said this one. I'm going to say the bloodshedder, right? Necromancer, deceiving those with strong longing. You see what I'm saying? They actively were attempting to deceive their own ancestors. So their ancestors are selling them out, snitching on them and everything. Acts as if the dead are living. Deuteronomy 18:1:1. Matthew 8:22. Surah 27:65. 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. You understand that our ancestors are alive. They're alive. Real ancestors are alive. These motherfuckers worship the dead. And they're projecting live ancestors at dead beings in order to act as if that they have power over the dead. As if that they speak to what is dead. Didn't Jesus say what is dead is going to come to life and you're going to look weird, crazy as hell? Killing those not intended to be harmed. Murderer. Unjust killing. So they attempt to speak to those who they've already attempted to kill by forcing it to make seem as if that not only are those people who they are trying to make seem as dead, as alive, as dead, see, as communicating with them and living with them, but as if that they're under their control. Exodus 20:13, Matthew 5:21-22, Surah 5:32, Manusmriti 5:45. 10 evil acts, first body evil, exactly. They're projecting an assumption of control over the dead at the living. Profaner. Stews in disgratification, in distraction. Mocks innocence in vain. Leviticus 19:12. Ephesians 4:29. Surah 49:11. Manusmriti 2:11. 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. Yeah, candle leech Sona draws energy from those who shine the brightest. And now it's being seen. Yeah, there it is. So this is the shine, glory. This is glory. Yeah, this is glory. And there it is, the investments done in glory. What is that? Nine of Pentacles. There it is. Peace, reward. And that's them. Devil energy. See, the devil came after them. Yeah. It's collecting from them everything. Yeah. Switchblade Sona. There it is. Firekeeper Sona. Maintains illusion of group unity while steering it to their own goals. Webgate control persona. Assuming control over entry and exit points in a network. That's it. Prideful, demonic, slanderer. There it is. Finally, that was the last of it. That was the last entity. Accuses everyone of same self-guilt. Projects self-hysteria at anyone. Leviticus 19:16. 1 Timothy 5:13. Surah 49:12. Manusmriti 8:270. 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. That was the last entity. 20. Yeah. Yeah. There it is. They were attempting to slander investments made in glory for peace. Any investment that's successful or will be successful is always done in glory. They wanted to steal the investment when glory is there, as to act as if that they could slander the glory away from the person that it belongs to. Wherein God gives all his children glory so they may rise in that same glory. You see what I'm saying? And that success will be achieved. Kingdom cometh. And that's the thing that they are too stupid to understand. So it's more so like they lost and they're losing more. Yeah. Romance is returning. The romance is in the return. Yeah. The romance is in the return. Yup. Yeah. And there it is. The compliance that they wanted to cause there to be. For, yeah, exactly. For them to try and falsify an attachment. So they're attaching to different things and trying to make it seem like those things are the star. You see, that's coveting. That's coveting. They're being delusional almost. It's like they're mocking innocence. Like they're going crazy. They're trying to do things that innocent people would have done. But they can't do those things anymore. They can't act in those ways anymore. It's like kind of like a serial killer getting caught. Kind of like that kind of energy. Like the serial killer can't cry in trial after they've been caught killing like 10, 30 different people. Like they do crazy shit like smile and laugh when they're being like, when people are screaming at them, how could you do this? They're laughing. They're getting caught up. They can't act innocent anymore. It's being like, oh, people's eyes are opening. When serious shit is happening, these people are acting as if that they have no empathy, no connection to compassion. That's because it was taken away. They're not innocent. They can't hold these beautiful energies. Yeah. Integrate. Creates false access points to lure people onto traps. They're ingrates. Stonewall persona. Refuses information or access to exhaust opponents. Defrauder. Bows to evil and dies with it. A hell seeker. Obsessed with corruption. Leviticus 19:35 to 36. James 5:4, Surah 83, 1 through 3, Manusmriti 8, 163, 10 evil acts, 4 of speech. A liar. Obsessed over destruction of others. Denies reality beyond relief. Beyond relief. As if that there has never been such a thing as relief. These motherfuckers is gonna piss themselves, shit themselves. They're gonna bleed through their eyes, their nose. They're gonna cough up blood. That's what's gonna happen. Their sulfur is gonna rise up. Their gallbladders are gonna fail. Their neurological centers are cracked up. Shit is falling the fuck apart. I'm telling you, their fingernails are gonna start rotting. Their nail beds from the insides will start to rot. They will have blemishes and bubbles on their skin. Yeah, false witness. See what I'm saying? You're going to see it now. Ingrate. See what I'm saying? Attempting to disrupt testimony to murder. You see what I'm saying? Accuser of innocent to guilt. See? To guilt. To guilt. Accuser of innocent to guilt. You see what I'm saying? Accuses in a way which they assume that they have network of guilt to others. Projection as if they have power to guilt others. Authority to guilt others. Exodus 20:16. Matthew 19:18. Surah 25:72. Manusmriti 8:356. 10 evil acts. 4 of speech. That's about it, y'all. Oh, yeah. There's still more hidden. Yeah, there it is. Worships covenant threat. Remember when I said they were worshiping imperishment? Worships punishment while in accepting or denying of discipline. Acts deliberately against instruction. Exodus 20:12. Ephesians 6:1. Surah 17:23. Manusmriti 8:110. 10 evil acts. 3 of mind, 4 of speech. Cloak and dagger sona. Mixes secrecy with open influence to keep people uncertain. False shepherd sona. Leads others into danger under guise of protection. Puppet master sona. Directly holding others accountable for one's own actions without being seen as responsible. That's them trying to like insult my cat for scratching them up type shit. Like, that's them. Yeah, prostitute. You see what I'm saying? Animal abuser. I couldn't make this shit up. Prostitute, animal abuser. Directly holding others. You see what I'm saying? They were trying to hold my cat accountable for her scratching the fuck out of them. Yeah. There it is, glory. There it is. They want to make it seem as if glory can't shine without their darkness, without their evil. They want to make it seem like glory shines the brightest in the darkest spots. These motherfuckers don't know how light works. They wouldn't know how the fuck light works. So you're telling me that this light bulb isn't on right now? So you're telling me that this whole room is a vacuum and that that light isn't being seen? These motherfuckers don't understand that light is unique and it shines in different areas and dimensions. They don't see that. They don't know how glory works. Exactly. They don't know how glory works. They think they can have all the glory in the world. That's what it is. They think they can have all the light in the world, all the shades, all the colors, all of it. They think they can have all the tones in the world. The mask replacement bullshit. Stealing from other people. Their personas. Yeah, they can't rest now because they don't know what glory is. Yeah, cycle completes. Yeah, exactly. That's alignment. They don't know what glory is. Yeah, period. It's over. It's over. They're gonna get arrested. Yep, it's over. They're gonna get arrested. Yep. Period. Yeah. The investigators are sick of them. They're tired of them. Yeah. The devil is there to collect them. They're being dragged to hell. Yeah, death upright to well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Death to it's like death to whatever intrigue it is that they thought that they invested in. They thought they invested in intriguing others. People are kicking them out of group chats and shit. Yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah. Ancestors, yeah. They're being kicked out of tribe units, everything. Housing authorities kicking them out too. Like, housing authorities kicking them out. Police is like looking the other way when they get fucked up. Like, type shit. Yeah. No one cares about them anymore. They don't know what glory is. They're very ungrateful for servicehood and everything like that. Period. It's over. It's over. Wait until I draw these cards. Animate them. When I animate the other cards, please, y'all, don't worry about it. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.